All right, what is going on, guys? We're back with another video. I'm not sure what channel this is going to end up on or what social media this is going to end up on, but I wanted to bring you guys something kind of cool. If you guys live in the Dodge world or anything, they have something very similar that I've learned about in the past. But today we are going to make some changes to the 2018 F-150 we have here. This is built for KB Autosports, also my personal vehicle to go around to shows. But anyways, one of the things that we need to go through and fix is the tire size is incorrect because we were on like 31s, 32s, whatever stock size was. Now we're on 35s, which is actually like 34.5, whatever. It's never perfect. Also, these newer trucks come with auto start stop and a few other features that we need to change out. Obviously, if you are an automotive person, auto start stop is like terrible on your vehicle, on your starter, on a bunch of components. It's also just really annoying. And then obviously with the tires being off on size, that throws off your speedometer, your gas gauge, your miles, a whole bunch of things can end up getting affected. So something that I believe Ford came out with, it could have been somebody else, was this program called Forscan. So as we can see up here, if it focuses, there's a company called Forscan, or a program called Forscan. What is it? Dodge, Mopar, they also have a thing called Alpha OBD. They can go in and change probably the same amount of stuff we can. I'm probably not even going to tap into a third of it because there's really not that much I want to change on here. There's a few YouTubers out there who literally go through and buy base model trucks, especially the Mopar world, and they bring them all the way up to like Laramie, Longhorns, Bighorns, all that crazy stuff. If I'm wrong on their trim levels, please excuse me. I haven't owned one and I'm not really big into them. But either way, we're going to go into here today and we're going to turn off the auto start stop. We're going to try and change my tire size, and we're just going to dabble around in it, just kind of learn about it and see if there's anything else we feel we need to change. There's also a Bambi mode, which I believe leaves on your fog lights and your high beams, or your low beams in your high beams, something like that. I'm, again, not too familiar with this. I'm going to kind of be learning along the way. So when I kind of learn what we're doing exactly in this, I will get you guys another video on it. But as of right now, this is what we are doing. All right, so I figured because I'm going to come back into this, I'll give you guys a small little video of this. We are going to go in, and I believe I'm going to go in the right spot. We're going to try and go in the body control module, but I'm going to show you real quick just the difference between the two. So we're going to do this, then we're going to run it. And then, you know, it's saying, you know, check these switches. So on mine, we have a switch, and on one side it says what it is, and obviously it's the other side, but right now we're at MS, which we believe is medium speed or something like that. Now it's at HS, which I believe stands for high speed. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But, so we switched it, now we can go in. This is just letting you know that if you type in the wrong thing, it could create some issues. Don't type in the wrong thing and don't be an idiot. Pretty self-explanatory. So now we're gonna go in here, and as you can see, this one, it's more, I'm going to call it dialogue. No, more script. I mean, again, you have all these numbers and everything, and then you have to go through all these different numbers and change value. Again, there's a bunch of spreadsheets out there that explain each of these values, but if you want to do it this way, you can. Most of them go back and forth, but what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this out, and then we're going to go back up to the configure and programming, and then we're just going to click the one below it, and I'm going to show you what the difference is. So you do this, you let it run. Now here you have, it's all explained out on the left hand side, and then all you have to do is, like for the example, I'm just going to use this one, just click it. So obviously I'm hovering above the Ford Ice Blue. We're going to go down to the bottom, edit selected, and then you can change all of your things. You can do this for every single one of these. You can go through, change things. You can either make some things work, not work, add things in. Again, you're basically rewriting the program for the car, and it's super simple. If you don't want to make any changes, or you do make a change, just click this. It makes it pretty simple. Whenever you click on something like I just did and you confirm it or deny it, I always go in regardless and just click right, just to make sure that everything is set to what you have. And nothing weird changes. So I'm going to click on this side, and we're just going to scroll down, and I'm going to go find my tires and take care of my tires. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to find that. I don't even know what's in anymore. I've looked at so many different things. So I'll pick this video up in a second when I find all that stuff. So bear with me as I use my phone to do this. We're going to go through and we're going to change the tire size on this vehicle. So okay, anyways. So right here we have tire circumference, millimeters. You have to make sure you do adjust whatever you do for millimeters. I click on it, and then I do edit selected. We'll change the value. So what we have to do is I'm going to go here, and we have bookmarked a certain thing to choose the tire size. So we have our tire size as 35, 13.5 R22, which we're going to do as, I'm going to try 34. We're going to see if that'll work. So we have it as 106.8 inches. We're going to go over to millimeters, and it says 2713 for circumference. So we're going to go over here, 2791. So we're going to change that down to 13, was it? I believe so. Sorry, I have ADHD and I can never remember. So 2713. We're going to go over here, type in 13, and we're going to click that, which is the check mark. And just because I don't think I have to do anything else in here, I'm going to do right. It shows you all the values you changed. I had a few times where I was changing like 5 or 6 things. So you just go through, you double check that everything is correct, and click enter, or the check mark. So you just go through, it'll tell you to turn on and off the cycle. So in my case, I have push start. I'll just do that, and then I'll click it again, and everything should reset. And then I have to go drive it around to confirm. But either way, we're getting closer. There's a bunch of different things you can change in here. One of the things that we might change in the future, because obviously the truck is very tall, is we might do the tilt mirrors, so that if I do decide to back up, it tilts so that I can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. But overall, again, we'll probably jump back to where we were in the video. So hope you guys learned something. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe for more information. We'll see you in the next video. All right, guys, so I just kind of went along, and I learned a lot about Forscan in the last probably hour. So I'm going to kind of go through and show you guys what I all learned. So you can do a bunch of things on here. Basically, you can go through and rewrite the entire truck to say whatever you want. One of the big things that we did, again, we have another 18 F-150 that isn't quite as modified as this one, but we put on the temperatures up here. That's always been there, and we put the temperature over there. I believe the turbocharged like 3.5s and 2.7s. This can be turned into a boost gauge, or is a boost gauge, and you can put up the PSI or something up there. The other thing I did that we're still learning about is setting up the power fold mirrors, so that every time you park it or whatever it might be, you can have auto power fold mirrors. The only reason we aren't sure if we want that is because obviously if we bring this truck to shows, we do want to show off the fact that we have mirrors, and it would just kind of look a little dorky with it being put in. So we'll look into that. If anything, I can always bring the computer with and readjust that. The other thing I did was I turned off, well, the main thing I did was turn off auto start stop, but we also have it so that this button doesn't illuminate, so it doesn't look anything weird, nothing's crazy. Another big thing that you can do is you can turn on your heated and cooled seats and your heated steering wheel on the main menu and in the climate menu right here, which does not come factory. I believe you get that factory. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. I believe you get that factory on all trucks. It at least came factory on mine. But either way, you can get them right there. I probably won't use those buttons very often, as I use these buttons all the time. Sometimes the shifter does get in the way, so we'll see how we do that. You can also do some accessories, like there's a wireless charging in this. Down here, I believe there's a icon for wireless charging. One of these USB ports also isn't working from factory, either in here or down in the center console. Like I said, I also did the tires, so I redid my tire size. And there's two different versions of basically this program to use. So that's kind of what I want to explain to you guys real quick, because it did take us a little bit to learn it. This is basically just going through and showing you what you all have, if I can explain it. So you have all of this, which is basically going through and reading whatever section of all of this you have. So obviously right here you have body control module, you have a couple other modules. I'm not the smartest one on this, so don't take it for, I'm the Ford tech genius, but I'm not. I'm just learning and trying to share the wisdom I get. What we noticed is if you go to anything that says as built and you go in there and you run the program, which you would click that, and then you would come down here, click run, and then you would make your changes and click stop. If you guys want me to show a more in-depth video of that, I can. But anything that says as built, you will have to, as built format, will have to type in a certain code, which, excuse my hand, if I switch over to here, I guess I didn't need to turn the camera on. There's a bunch of people who have made these spreadsheets or whatever you want to call these that show you all these different values to change. So like auto start, stop, a lot of people go into the BCM, and you can literally go in there to the program and write 0 and then change it. There's a bunch of these other changes you can make, parking lights, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of options. I mean, all down here, all riddled down here is a bunch of different options for different year, make, models, whatever it might be. But the easiest way you can go in and change this, which we call it like the new style, I don't know how long it's been around, but all you have to do is figure out where you're going. So BCM, FCIM, whatever it might be. All you have to do is figure that out, and then you go back down to your Forscan, and you just have to click whatever one it is working with. So in this case, body control module. If you want to type in the digit and like possibly mess up your vehicle if you aren't paying close enough attention, you can click this one, then you can go back down here, click this, and you can go over. You can go find line 726-4802. You can change this box in that, and then you can write it, save it, and you'll disable the auto start stop. Or you can go into the one right below it, and again, it's not hooked up to the vehicle, so I can't show you. I could, but again, this is pretty self-explanatory. You could click on this, then you could go down here. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm learning this computer. And then you can click down here, and you can write it, and then, or look at it, and then you can physically change it, and it's all spelled out for you. Some abbreviations, but for the most part, if you're into cars, which honestly you should be into vehicles to understand and be messing with this type of stuff, that is what you can do. So again, this is no screen recording, but this should be able to help you guys out a shit ton. So you guys can go through and make a bunch of changes. I also believe I did bandy mode on this. I'm going to be making more changes in the future. I turned on some things like the 360 camera, the front camera I turned on wireless charging because it looks like there's a factory Ford option to add wireless charging in this vehicle. The only thing I don't think you can change if you're big into it and you're a young kid like me or whatever, tech savvy, there is no wireless Apple CarPlay just from the control. You have to plug in something USB. If I'm wrong on that, today is, I don't know, like end of February of 2023 that this video is going to roughly be posted. So if there is somebody who knows of pure wireless Apple CarPlay in the 18 and newer F-150s or 15 and newer F-150s with the Sync 3 system, comment below, tell me, let me know. I would love to get it because honestly, I hate that you have to plug it in. My other car and my Subaru doesn't need it. So it's just one of those annoying things. But we have everything pretty much set up on this vehicle. So I should be pretty happy with it. Like I said, I put the Ford emblem on. That's nothing that deals with Forscan. But I hope this video was able to help you guys. We are trying to post videos that help, learn, do all that. We're learning along the way, but we're trying to spread what we can find for information and hopefully make it really easy for others to find. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it explains a lot. If you want me to go run through Forscan and really show you guys, I can. I have a year license. The year license was dirt cheap. Otherwise, the company we run is KB Autosports here in Appleton, Wisconsin on the north side. You guys can always come here. You will have to sign a waiver, and then we can do the changes to your vehicle that you would like. Obviously, it'll cost a little bit of money, but that is a feature we can offer. Again, you will have to sign a waiver because I'm not going to be liable for you telling me to do something and then either going to the Ford dealership or whatever and then potentially yelling at you, whatever the case may be. But I think between me and my father, that is something we are willing to offer to help you guys change and more personalize your vehicle to whatever features you would like without getting the runaround hassle of the dealership and everything else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it is helpful for you guys to learn and go kind of mess with your vehicle. Like I said, if you want to, go mess with it on yourself. Otherwise, you can bring it to us, and if you're local, we'll mess with it for you, and we'll add you some cool features that you want. We won't do anything you guys don't want, and, you know, who knows? So, again, if you guys need wheels, tires, suspension, anything like that, please contact us. We have Facebook, Instagram, social media of all sorts. We have a website. I will link that below. You guys can grab just about anything from either there or the contact form. We're growing it every day. We are two guys in the shop doing the best we can to compete with the biggers. So please like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do. And I hope to see you guys in the next video when we are doing God knows what, but trying to have fun living life. Peace out, guys.